Cables are made by knitting stitches in a different order than they appear on your needle to create an interesting twisted texture. To do this, you'll need a cable needle, which is a short needle with 2 tapered ends so that you can slip stitches from either end. You'll use the cable needle to hold some of your stitches during cabling. Usually a cable is knit on the side of your knitting that has a field of purls. This helps to make the cables stand out. For this example, we're going to do a 4x4 cable. To make a front crossing cable, you purl to just before the first stitch of your cable. In this case, that's 6 purls. Next, you take your cable needle and slip the next 4 stitches to the cable needle without twisting them. Next, let the cable needle with your held stitches dangle in front of your work. Now, you knit the next 4 stitches that appear on your needle. For the first stitch, you want to pull a little bit on the yarn to tighten it up so that you don't get too large of a hole. Now you leave the stitches that are on your needle waiting while you tend to the stitches that you left on your cable needle. So you pull your cable needle up as if it were your left-hand needle, and you just knit those stitches as normal off the cable needle onto your knitting needle. Again, on that first stitch, you want to give it a little tug to make it nice and tight, and then knit the rest of the stitches off. Now your cable needle is free and you can set it aside. Then you continue on to purl the final 6 stitches on your needle or to the end of the row. On the next few rows, you knit the knits and purl the purls as they appear. Usually there are 10 or so rows between when you need to use the cable needle, but follow the directions that appear in your pattern. To make a back crossing cable, purl to just before your first cable stitch. Take your cable needle and slip the next 4 stitches to your cable needle without twisting them. Now let the cable needle with your held stitches dangle in the back of your work. Then knit the next 4 stitches that appear on your knitting needle as they appear, making sure on that first stitch to give the yarn a good tug to avoid visible holes in your cable. And now you can work the stitches that are on your cable needle as they appear. So you can just let your knitting needle hang to the side and knit these. Again, with that first stitch, give it a little tug to make sure it's tight. And when your cable needle is free, you set it down and continue working the rest of the stitches that are on your knitting needle. In this case, I'm going to purl 6 to the end of the row. You can see the nice swirling cable that we've created.